Hi everyone, it's Tarnished Treasures and I have a haul from an estate sale and the flea market. I went to the estate sale and spent $12 and probably got about 14 things or so everything was under $1. I did get 2 full recipe boxes, but I've gone through and picked out the ones that I want to keep. There's some dividers that the kids love to use in their sketchbooks at school when they're taking notes. Then I also kept some that I think will be good either for cooking or also just collage and ephemera. Crab Imperial from 1958. So that's really neat that the recipe is dated. I never thought of that. Black walnut cookies from 1963. And then some great seasonal ones. This eggnog recipe, and it's got some silver on it, little design behind. I thought that was cool. This one says gingerbread men, so these would be great to display in the kitchen at Christmas, like even just with a cute seasonal magnet on the fridge. Eggnog from 1947, and then vanilla sauce. So the rest I still have to go through and look at and see if they're things I would make or what. And then there were these neat ones that were typed on, but they're not really recipe cards. It says date of interview, amount and plan discussed, objections raised, and it says it's from Prudential Press. So I wonder if that was like for insurance or retirement planning with the dates and the scalloped edges. There was this tin that I picked up of soldering paste. I have cleaned it out. And I have a few tins that remind me of this. So probably Halloween decorating. 2 pins. And when I had asked like how much these were, they were like $1 a piece. So I think that that's a great price. Then it worked out to be even a little bit less. And I checked out. And that one's really pretty and delicate. This little Christmas ornament. They had a watch maker or repair type of desk, and in it were little tins like this and watch and clock parts. So I picked some of those up. They're all, well, something jiggled in there. Some little metal pieces with a cool 35-cent price tag. A little plaster angel. I love them. She's in really good shape. Has a little hanger on her. And then a little manger with a baby Jesus, like a paper mache. And since the sheep are so popular in decorating, especially in those brocante magazines, I picked this one up, West Germany, US Zone. This was also with those little watch parts. I always love them when they're on wood. And the wire, I always can use it. It's got a little bit of advertising or writing on it, so that was nice. In excellent condition Santa mug, and it's got some numbers on it. It's probably Napco, because I used to have a pitcher, and this looks just like it. I don't think there's any paint loss. Clean as can be. Probably the best condition mug that size that I've ever found. I picked this up for the box. It's just always nice to have a little box like that you could store things in. But it also has, it says these watch papers. They're very thin, like tissue paper, tracing paper. So I might just add those to my collage things. And then the last thing I picked up was one of these books, and Wishes and Weeds shared a book like this a few years ago. I just thought it was gorgeous. I haven't come across any until very recently, and I feel like this might be my 3rd or 4th that just has the most beautiful cover. And it says Black Rock by Connor, and in it 1904 to maybe from her friend Mrs. A.W. Martin. Once I film my haul, I'll usually clean some things, although none of this really needs to be cleaned. This I'm going to take to school so the kids can collage with it. These are going to go into the kitchen. These are ones that are gonna go with my ephemera, and or actually I have a magazine pile that I wanna look at today, so I'll probably add this to my magazines to go through. This one I noticed said ice cream, so I'm gonna put that with some summertime decorating. This will be school as well. This will be school. These two will go into my little jewelry stash. In my green cabinet, this is where I store my jewelry that I might decorate or craft with, so little sparkly sections there. Under my buffet, I've got my little Christmas section. So I just put my 3 new pieces there, and then maybe this summer, if I decide to get in there and see what I have, I'll add them to the boxes, and if not, they'll just be waiting for me for Christmas. I'm sure I'll get to them before then though. This is a bag of things that I'll be taking to school, so I'm just gonna add all of this, and then once I leave the papers there, I'll probably bring the box back for myself. My little wire section. I went to the flea market, and it looks like all I got was jewelry. But I specifically go to the flea market because the jewelry is inexpensive and I can create with it. I spent $8 at 3 different vendors. These pins were 50 cents a piece. This is a metal one with a purple stone, and this one appears to be older, and it has that type of clasp that is the C clasp, which I believe is 1800s. So if you ever see one that has that type of catch or clasp on it, you know that you have an antique. And then I found this one, which I thought was a nice blank canvas, and it also has a back that looks like this with a little type of C. Everything else was $1 a piece. This, I guess, was a bracelet. Kind of looks like the clasp is broken, although it could have been something else. I liked the clear rhinestones, and this could be a neat choker if you had a larger doll to put that on. And then there was this necklace, and I thought that this would be perfect to put on top of an old photograph for Halloween, even Mardi Gras or something like that. These were $5, and then she gave me these for free. So I'll show you the free stuff first. Little, oh, lighting is terrible. I guess little pendants or pins with the spider webs. I have one like this that is Victorian, and it originally I think was from Japan, and then the Victorians liked it, so they copied it. And I can paint that or keep it gold. Definitely do something with that spider, or actually, oh, they look like they're hot glued on. So I could take that off and then add my own insect pin. So she gave me those. And then she threw this in. And when she put this in, then I thought, oh, I could put this on an old photograph. It's a little bit big. And then when I found that little gold mask, I think that'll work better. So the pins that I picked out, a rhinestone silver colored circle pin that may or may not have a little marking there, but just nice and simple. And if it's clear rhinestones and inexpensive, I like it. They had, she had some pieces that were missing rhinestones, but I just went with these because they were all intact. Nice simple star. That could be perfect for a little Halloween piece or anything. A little pearl and gold piece. I really like this one. This was the first one that I picked up. It's got rhinestones, gold / brass. It looks like it's kind of turned dark. That's what the back looks like. This one I think I might just display because I really like it. I apologize for this lighting. Here we go. And then this one I was really excited about. It's got the mother of pearl with some rhinestones, and it also has the C clasp on it as well. Let me show you over here too. So that one will be a display piece for my dress form or on a purse or something. Always fun to find those old pieces for $1 and under. So that's my haul from Saturday. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.